Hello, welcome back to Confident Conversations, and today I've got a very special guest. It is Maria.
Hello, my name's Maria.
How are you?
I'm good, I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. We've
Yeah?
been speaking for about a year. I think since the Latin Fest, actually it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Um,
It was around the time I was still doing covers on Instagram
mhm.
because you were supporting me a lot.
Yes, yes. I think for me, it's always been very important to support upcoming artists and sort of support their dreams. So for me, when I heard your voice, I was like, yeah, she's got a future in this. An amazing voice, very talented. Um, so I'm very happy to always support people, whether it's DJs, artists, what creatives in general, podcasters. I'm very always happy to support them.
I appreciate that, because there's not many people in the industry that will support upcoming artists or women, because the thing that people like to do is support artists already artists. And especially in London, in the Latin community, I really saw you were supporting me a lot, always posting me on your stories. And I thought, yeah, this is a guy I didn't meet you before.
Yeah.
Until now, but yeah, you're a good guy, friend.
You know what it is? I think the way I've always seen it is a lot of people are too focused on the big artists, the current artists. So people are too focused on the lives of like Beyonce, Shakira, J-Lo, Karol G, Rosalia.
Yeah.
But they're not focused on helping their own community.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm different because I've never had that support growing up. I'm like, I may as well do something that I never had and help support upcoming people and be like, you know what, I'll give you a platform to come on and speak as well.
I absolutely love that. That's something with me, with my friends, with people around me. I love supporting them as well. But I don't support them in the sense of posting them all the time on Instagram. Like, if I know an artist or a friend that she tells me, oh, I need the songwriting session, I need someone, I'll help you with songwriting. You need advice for like management, contracts and stuff that I learned in university, I will help you for free. I don't care.
Definitely.
That's my way of showing love and support to you. And yeah, there needs a lot of that, especially for artists, I would say, because you don't have much of that unless you're signed to a record label or, as I said, you're up there already.
Yeah. So I'm going to interrupt this for a second and say Happy Women's Day. It was last week.
Thank you.
That's all right. And to you as well. I think for me, supporting women in particular has always been important to me. Even throughout the last 3 years of doing this, I've always said, I grew up around women. I grew up, my whole family of women. So I know how amazing you are, how strong you are, how difficult it is to be a woman. I've seen it, I've grown up with it. So definitely a happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day to everyone watching.
Definitely.
So I'm sure there's other women out there.
100%. I'm going to ask you a tough question. Okay. I'm going to answer it as well.
Okay.
In this day and age, do you think women are supported and are treated equally as they should be, or do you think they're treated?
It's quite difficult for me to answer that because I grew up with my mum being a single mother and with my little sister. Yeah. So I live with my little sister and my mum. So with my mum, all the time she would tell me, oh, be independent, no necesitas un hombre, you don't need a man.
Yep.
So her strong energy and the way she was raised as well kind of brought me up like that. And the men that I have in my life, of course, I love, absolutely love. Yep. Is it difficult for women these days? I think not as it used to be, but there's still stuff that needs to happen to help women. And there's still more growing to do.
Okay.
and helping out. Yeah. I don't know if I've answered that as you would like to.
Yeah, I think you did. um, I
What
think
about what about you? Because maybe if you say something, I will agree as well.
no, it's a difficult one, just in the sense of I've seen a lot of controversy lately, as to how women are treated, as to how there's no equality,
Oh yes.
on supporting each other, and for me, like I said, I've always been someone to support a lot of people, and the women and the men, especially in the Latin community, even in the British community, I've always been one to support. I think, if I'm being honest, women aren't being. They're being promoted, but they're not being promoted as much as men are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I know a lot of female artists who have been overshone by men. So in that sense, I don't think they are being treated equally. But again, I think it depends on how you see things. And for me, I don't think women are being treated equally as men. If we look at posts, if we look at stories,
Especially, sorry to interrupt you, but talking about maybe the music industry,
yeah,
in the Latin industry, I have seen lots of women complaining that from DJs to artists that they aren't put on stage much. And I kind of see that, like, you know, when you go to Latin festivals
yeah,
here that they do in the UK, I always went, but there was more men put on stage than women. And the women that were on the stage were amazing. They kill it. Also the men, of course. But there's female artists here in the UK. Promote them, help them, you know. I don't know what the problem is, if I'm honest with you. I don't know what the problem is for men to not want to promote women.
I think the general problem is that we live in a community, and I'm saying a community in the UK, that I wouldn't say we're selfish, but I'd say we have an ego. The problem with that is that we don't like to win together. We like to win by ourselves. We want to make sure we're up there by ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it as a UK resident because I've been here all my life. I've never really seen unity. Like, if I look at the LD and RBS, that's one community that will always support each other and grow together, and I absolutely love that. But then if I look at other communities, they are all about themselves. I think there's no... People just want to be in it for themselves. And something that I always say to whoever I'm supporting is, we'll be at the top together. I don't care if I've got to come down to raise you up.
Yeah.
Or I don't care how long it takes me, as long as you're up there at the top. And that's something that I've always said, because I believe in there's always space at the top. Why are we fighting for the top spot when we can all fit there?
Listen, the ones that support and do everything from the heart are already winners.
Yeah.
You don't have to prove yourself or anything. You're already a winner by supporting and showing your heart out to others. Because by you having that, it's a gift.
Yeah.
Not many people have that. And the ones that don't, they just need to, I don't know, look at the world differently, let's say.
I think what it is the people that want it for themselves will have that small little rise. And I'm saying this directly, you're going to have a small rise. But as soon as you hit a bump, you're going to hit a bump and go back down, because you're in it for yourselves. You're not in it for the community. You're not helping each other rise. And I think that's one problem that the UK has. it's that they don't want to help each other.
Mm-hmm.
They want to help themselves and they want to use people to get to the top. And I've seen that a lot from when I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, like, I don't just support people in the UK, I support people in the US as well, in Colombia.
Yeah.
And I'll share their stuff. So I know un cómico que se llama Camu Vlogs, who I absolutely love. He's an amazing skit writer. La Única, who's an amazing singer. Mike Wonder, who lives in Colombia, who's coming down to perform at the Spain versus Colombia match. I will always support you. But I think we've got to realise that we cannot do it alone and we've got to help each other out if we want to succeed. And that's one thing that I've learned from Americans.
Is that they help each other?
They help each other. They're always ready to help each other and be like, actually, you're doing amazing. You can grow by doing this. Here.
Mm-hmm. See, with me, my dad, he's a musician. And he's been, the whole time I record music with him, he gives me vocal lessons.
Yep.
He's my mentor, he's my teacher, he's my father, he's my everything. So every problem I have, I've always gone to him. I've been so lucky I haven't needed to go to anyone else for the same thing my dad could give me. So I've had no problem when it comes to the machista world or having a problem of someone not helping me, because I know my dad's there for me. The same way I'm there for my brother. And I have lots of musicians in my family as well. And my dad has contacts, so I haven't had that problem, but I always wonder, like, if I didn't have my dad, what would I be doing? Because I hear all these stories that happen to other women, and I've actually texted some women during the weekend because they told me about something that was happening, and I told them, come to me, come to my father can help you, my father can teach you this. I've messaged like 3 different women, and they were like, yeah, I will. And my dad, he's helping some artists here in the UK that are not as known as others. And they go to my dad's house and my dad helps them produce some music, give them ideas. My dad works with some from Dominican Republic too.
Yeah.
But there's people out there that will help you. There's men out there that will help you, and you don't have to worry about 2, 3 other guys that don't. I was going to say something, but I'm not sure if we're allowed to swear here.
You're allowed. You're allowed.
Because they're hot, and So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think, o sea, yo siempre he empezado desde el principio, and it's not something that's easy. But for me now, I've gotten used to it. I'm like, I know I'm gonna have to start over and over and over again, and for me that's fine. But I think if I hadn't had the help, and I'm grateful to the people that helped me 3 years ago, 2 years ago, last year, I'm very grateful. Porque estoy donde estoy. Pero I've realised that I'm going to have to start again eventually to start a new thing. But I'm okay with that. And for me, let's say I gave up podcasting next year. Por decir algo. And a new podcaster came on and wanted to help, I would 100% help him. I think that's very important to give what you've learned. Porque como usted dijo, no hay mucha gente que está dispuesta a ayudar. And like I said, there's too many people who are in it for themselves and be like, oh, actually, I created this for myself. Why am I going to help you rise?
Oh, I can do it better.
Yeah.
Nah, no me gusta eso para nada.
En cambio, like, and I'm going to say this now, I'm thinking of opening a clothing line. And I know I'm going to have to start from the bottom and start from scratch, and I'm okay with that. Pero I'm hoping that clothing line can open doors for a lot of people.
You've told me about your clothing line, and I can't wait. I wonder what it's gonna be about. Are you allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, if you want to ask away.
What is it gonna represent? What's the logo and
Um,
etc.
so the brand, I've already posted the brand on my other Instagram account. It's called Sin Límites.
Let's see.
Sin Límites. So the way I see it is, it represents the way I've sort of brought myself up. Yo he sufrido mucho, yo he tenido muchos obstáculos, and if I'm being honest, I could say, you know what, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna give up. But that's just not my mentality. It's not in me. And actually, from 2020 when the pandemic hit to now, I've done a lot, which actually I hadn't realized how much I had done. Pero en mi cabeza, I'm like, actually, yo no tengo límites. And that's exactly what I want to show off. Like, I want people to go, actually, I can do that, and I have no limits. I have nothing restricting me to do what I want. So that's what it represents, in límites, without limits. Nothing's going to hold me back from doing what I want.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's exactly what needs to be represented.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm a type of person where I like listening to people. I really listen. I don't talk much. But of course it's a podcast.
Yeah.
Y Sin Límites va a ser en español.
El logo es en español.
Sí.
But I want it to be something... O sea, mañana tengo un curso con mi mentora, con que empecé hace 3 años.
Sí.
And I've really got a good relationship with her, and actually she messaged me the other day. She was like, Juan, I'm really proud of you, of how much you've come, how far you've come. But for me, if I wanted to do this 2 years ago, last year, no creo que hubiera salido las cosas the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
I would have just said merch.
Do you know, that's why cada cosa tiene su tiempo.
Yeah.
Each thing, how do you say that in English? Each thing has its time. I was born in this country. I don't even know my language. Cada cosa tiene su tiempo. Each thing has its time.
Yeah, pretty
the
much.
Right time, right place. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Pretty much right time, right place.
But you have. I'm gonna buy one T-shirt of yours. She'll buy another T-shirt of yours. So I can't wait. I want to see it.
Defo.
Y tienes el diseño y todo.
I've got how do you call it? Like, I've got different designs that I'm working on, and I want to see what one works. But o sea, I'm excited to see. I'm actually really excited to go tomorrow to the curso.
You have a powerful message there, and I'm sure everyone, if you promote it right, there'll be lots of people buying it. That's the thing. Need promotion. Unfortunately, marketing and promotion is where it gets you.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, si soy honesto, for me it's not really... Like, I don't really have a niche. That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay.
The problem is my niche. Like, I know how to market, I know how to make it, like, stand out. But when it comes to the niche, ahí es mi dificultad.
Do you think it's important to have a niche?
Very. And I only say that because I've learned that, and I've heard that so much from my mentor. I've heard it so much from her. It's stuck in my head.
I know in music it's important. It's important to brand yourself, have a branding. You know, like some of these artists haven't made it to where they are until they've portrayed themselves in a way, you know? Unfortunately, music, just by you making good music, isn't going to make you out there, put you out there.
Well, not?
Like Fade. Fade was for years making songs, making songs for J Balvin, for other artists, for himself, and he didn't make himself out there until, sabes, el vestido de verde, con los lentes. Dating Howdy must have been a plus for him too. You're not saying Colombia, porque él es de Colombia. I don't know. Did you listen to Fred Shaw before when he wasn't how he is now?
I don't really listen to reggaeton.
Oh, really? What do you listen to?
I listen to old music. I'm speaking like
Música de los abuelos, yo lo llamo.
I'm speaking like Camilo Sesto, Juan Sebastian, Diego Bagué, Gali Galliano. All of them, that's what I listen to.
Get specific genre or?
Not really. I listen to either ranchera, vallenato, música popular, boleros.
A mí me gusta de todo. I like everything. Everything. I like old music, new music, everything. Just that passion for music.
I'm not a fan of the new music.
Reggaeton. I mean, it's gone downhill. It's gone downhill. But someone needs to make it come alive again.
I think salsa needs to come back. I think merengue needs to come back.
Yeah, me encanta salsa. I've got a salsa song I've been writing recently. I write lots of music. Every day I'm writing songs. I just need to get my ass in the studio and produce. So I have like a salsa song. I have un vallenato. I have ¿cómo se llama? Un corrido. Even though I'm not Mexicana, but when you love something, have inspiration, it just comes up. R&B, merengue, un mambo, una bachata. I have everything, every genre. So me as an artist, I don't know what I have. Reggaeton, I have everything. So yeah, when I do release music, it'll be a surprise for my audience. Like, oh, what's she gonna release now?
We're very diverse.
Yeah.
I think salsa has died a lot.
I love no, I know. But I love salsa. I'm always listening to salsa. In the morning when I'm cooking, salsa.
Oh, okay.
Even though I'm Dominican, you know. But my great-grandma, so the mother of my granddad, she was actually from Cuba.
Okay.
And she was not famous, but she was a pianist there in Cuba. And then with the money the family had, they went back to Spain.
Okay.
In those times. So I've got a little bit of Cuban in my blood. But yeah, Dominicanos, like, we like salsa también, bachata, dembow, merengue. But I just love salsa, you know. And I always wonder, what was I Cuban in my past life or okay? Because I like salsa more than I like dembow, let's say.
To be fair, I've gotten into salsa a lot more lately. And I think it's been a lot of my mum and my sister, no, not my sister, more like my cousins, my mum listening to it. So my mum likes Mark Anthony, and then my cousins in todas las fiestas, there's got to be salsa. So from there, I'm like, okay.
Are you a pro at dancing, you think? Or are you the one in the club just like looking like...
I'm the one looking. I don't dance. But I drink a lot.
You drink a lot? Oh, I thought I heard that wrong. Sorry.
No. As in, if I'm at a party, I'll just drink and drink and drink. I'm not like dancing.
I can't drink. If I drink, I'm asleep on this couch. Like that, I'm dead.
Really?
Yeah. I'm more active now that I haven't even drank or anything. But as soon as I drink, I'm gone. Maria, se fue, se murió. I'm not there.
Oh, see, I'm very active when I'm drunk.
Really?
I'm very active. I'm not wide awake.
Oh, I wish I was like that. But then I don't like drinking. But
what's your go-to drink if you are drinking?
Oh, not a good one.
Oh.
Not a good one at all. Because I don't drink. I don't have that liking for drinking. So I'll normally just go for either a cocktail, like a mojito or something, or some like, what is I normally get? Malibu.
Oh, okay.
But so I'm kind of like a soft, sweet taste drinker. Okay. Yeah. I've told some people around me, I wish I was that type of person with like a bottle of wine I could drink.
I don't like wine.
But no, I don't like it.
No, I'm not a fan of wine.
Nah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of drinking.
Oh,
drinking, no smoking, nothing. No me gusta. Maybe like a shot, a little bit of drinking, but
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You, what's your go-to drink?
Aguardiente, straight away.
Ah, sí.
Straight away, it's aguardiente.
Claro, we're Colombiano. In Dominican, we have a drink called Mama Juana. Have you tried Mama Juana?
I don't know if I had it, but I went to Dominican Republic hace 2 años. Azul Honeymoon.
Yeah.
I loved it there.
Do you think you tried marijuana or no?
I don't think I did.
It's like, well, my dad has a big bottle at home, like this big, a big bottle.
So does
Está
my
hecho de hierbas, you know, and then you put tu miel y tu alcohol. It's simply when I fiesta, mi papá no bebe. My dad doesn't drink at all, but he'll put it on the table, and everyone shoot, shoot, shoot.
Yep.
And I'm just like, how can you drink that much? But anyway, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to drink that.
Yeah, I'll go back to the Dominican Republic.
I went in the summer and I fell in love. That's where I got because before going to Dominican Republic during COVID, I was a bit of depression in music.
Okay.
Everyone around me was noticing it. You know, I wasn't really with that energy of going to the studio or songwriting or making covers for Instagram as well. Because I used to post every 2 weeks. And yeah, I was just like, oh, I don't know if music's for me, you know. I remember one day.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Sorry to
yeah,
interrupt. And it's only because I want to see if your headspace was in the same as mine.
Okay.
When you were posting constantly your covers, was there a point where you felt like I'm doing this, I'm posting a cover because I have to post a cover?
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm enjoying posting this cover for me, I'm doing it for you lot.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely, because I don't think people understand the amount of stress of content. I started posting on Instagram because a friend told me to, you know. I was just recording for fun and sending videos of me singing to a friend at that time. And he was like, Maria, you can actually sing. Post it on Instagram. Yep. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to post it. That's disgusting. I'm not going to post it. And then he ended up putting it on his Snapchat and so many people commenting on the video. And then I was like, you know what? He already posted it. Let me post it on my Instagram. Yeah. And then from there, more and more people asking me, can you do a song to this? Can you do a song to that? And I loved doing it. But it was stress to like putting my camera up, recording me. I suffer with tonsillitis with my throat. So I had so much problems with my throat that the days I wanted to record, I physically couldn't. Yeah. I had to drink cups of teas before, and I got to the point I was destroying my vocals. My singing teacher would tell me, relax, don't sing. But I would go home crying and I would force myself to sing. I'd be making like 100 videos one day, then to not post any because I didn't like any of it. The lighting wouldn't work. My camera would shut down. My phone. I didn't have a phone at the time when I started recording covers. I was actually recording on an iPad. Okay. Because I didn't have a phone. I was young and my parents didn't have the money to actually afford a phone. But then, like, before COVID, I did get a phone. So all of that was just stressing me out. And I remember one day just, like, crying to God because I believe in God. And I was crying, I was having a mental breakdown. I was like, please, like, arranca esta pasión de música de mí. Like, I feel like the devil was in me or something. I was going crazy. And then 10 seconds later, on my phone, I just got a message from somebody that is around me when I'm in my creative aspects. And this person I didn't know as much. It was like a hi, bye sort of thing. And they messaged me saying, like, Maria, do you have Spotify? Do you have music? Because I can't stop singing your song that you sang in class today or whatever. And from that message, I just started laughing because I was like, wow. I went from crying to 10 seconds later, a sign or something telling me to keep going. But yeah, as you were saying, with covers and Instagram, that's why I stopped. I didn't push myself into, okay, you have to post every week. Now I just do it. Like when I sing, I record myself singing. I'll just post it whenever. I don't need to force myself. Yeah. And that's what I tell my brother as well. Because my brother now, after Britain's Got Talent, he's in that role of like, okay, I need to post on Instagram, put content out there. And I tell him, tranquilo, you know, if you can't, because your voice is hurting, you can rest. There's no law that says you have to do it. No. Not there. Don't, how do you say it? Don't strangle yourself in forcing content out there.
Yeah.
Because you have a mental health, I have a mental health, everyone has a mental health, you need to look after it. Y eso es lo más importante.
I don't think that's really spoken about in any industry, because a lot of people who I've had on have been said, Juan, I've struggled so much to get to this point. There's been points where I wanted to quit, and for me, I don't think people realise how difficult it is. And if I take the example of the podcast, I absolutely love it and I'll work my ass off to get it off the ground. But recording, going home, editing, cutting the clip, making sure they're right, making sure the wording is right, cutting up different clips for TikTok, that's all very stressful. So I can't imagine what it's like for an artist to go home, write a song, produce it, record a video for it, if they do, make sure it's right for the label, for the people around them, be like, actually, let's make a change, and having to do all of that again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's happened to me.
Yeah, so I can't imagine how difficult it is for you lot.
Sorry to interrupt you. That's why with me, I haven't released music out there, because the music I used to do before with my other producer when I was 15, 16 years old. That's when I was like serious. That's when I did covers and stuff. It's got nothing to do with what I do now. I feel like now I do music from me, music that I actually like. Before I was doing music, copying like artists that I would listen to or what was popping. But now it's like, hago música de mi corazón. I don't care if you don't like it or what. I do it because it comes from mi corazón and because I will be proud to post it. And that's why I'm slowing down with the process. My dad sent me a song that I wrote, I think 3 years ago, last night, and I was listening back to it laughing because my voice has completely changed, and I will work on that song because my dad likes that song, but there'll be so much improvement there and stuff. Has to come from the heart what you do.
Yeah, I think a lot changes from where you started to 3-4 years after.
Yeah.
So I remember my first video. I hated the video on Instagram.
What was the video of?
So at the time I was working with my mentor, Joanne, who I worked with at the time, and she goes, Juan, make a video of you and be honest about who you are and be real. And I remember I sat there, I was like, hey, I'm Juan, I've got a disability, I've got this and this and this. And it took me about 100 tries to get it right, and I sent my videos to her, be like, Joanne, I'm not happy with this. I can't do this. In saying that, I was trying to copy... Who was I trying to copy? Oh, I can't remember his name. Tony Robbins. I was trying to copy his style of speaking. But now, my style's completely changed. And with the podcast, I feel like I'm being more me than I ever have been.
Yeah.
So I think you might try and do something at the beginning that isn't you.
Yeah.
But at the time you feel like it is you.
Yeah.
But with time, that person comes out of you and they're like, actually, I'm a lot better than this, and it's just practice. It's making sure I know who I am and having to refocus who I am and making sure that I know what I want to do rather than what I have to do.
And that's who you have to be. You have to be yourself. That's why everyone's so different in this world. Because imagine a world where everybody was the same. Qué aburrido, no? It'd be boring, no?
I don't know. I don't know if it would be.
Really? If everybody was the same, everyone looked the same, every woman the same, every man the same.
But you go in like... Let's break this down into 4 different sections.
Okay.
So let's go podcasters, singers.
Oh, okay. You're talking that side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Podcasters, singers, instrument players. I don't know, and studio owners.
Okay.
If you're saying if they're all the same, it depends on the genre. In music, it depends on the podcast and it depends on the person. Yo no creo que... So I like vallenatos, por decir algo. If I had like a whole group of vallenatos and a whole style of vallenato, I'll be like, that's my people. Podcasters, I'm very much into like the comedy type or the true crime type. Absolutely love them. If I had a lot more comedy, I'd be happy.
No, pero yo hablo, I mean, should I speak English or Spanish?
Eva, it's Spanglish.
I talk about, like, imagine every singer in the world was doing the same type of music. Like the same, let's think of a genre, R&B. It was just R&B. It would be boring, copying from each other, the same style, the same melody, ways of singing. It would be boring. That's why I tell artists, don't copy the artists that are already artists. Be yourself, be your own artist. Hay muchas mujeres que quieren copiar a Karol G, a Rosalia, other women out there, and no, do your own stuff. Because then, like, my dad, he's a musician, and I always show him new music from people that are upcoming to famous people, and he knows the basics, he knows the famous artists, and he'll be like, pero esa suena como Karol G, esa no es Karol G, and I'll be like, no, this is not Karol G, this is another person. And my dad gets mad. He's like, why are people always doing the same shit, the same thing, the same melody, same? Is there no original people in this world? Have your own artistic way of doing music or painting or doing a podcast. Don't copy. You can have inspirations. Nothing wrong with having inspirations. People like copying the way they sing, el tono que canta, the lyrics, the hair they do, the way they dance, for example. No, be yourself, because people like weird things. I like weird new things. I want to see if you can be someone I can look up to in a few weeks or in a few months. So no tengas miedo. Put yourself out there.
Yeah. I agree with that. But for me, I know who I am, I'm happy with who I am, and I know who I can be weird around. So for me, it's like, I don't care about, what people think.
Of course. I mean, I don't care about what people think. I don't care. I really don't care. My dad, sorry, I talk so much about my dad.
That's all right.
But he's just a big influence in my life. My dad, I remember one day he came to my house to pick me and my sister up. And I was probably wearing something that he didn't like, or maybe my hair or my makeup, I can't remember. And he told me, pero María, tú no te vas a cambiar, tú te vas a ir así, vestida. And I was like, sí, yo me veo linda, yo me veo bonita. And he was silent for 2 minutes. And then we started the car and he was like, bueno, ¿qué hija tengo yo? And then afterwards he was like, that's what I like about you. You don't give a shit. You don't care about what people say. And I don't care. Because ¿por qué vas a molestarte y agobiarte con comentarios de otra gente ajena? Most of the time now in this world, the people that judge you are the ones that are insecure themselves.
Yep.
And they don't like to see you win and to see that you're secure about who you are as a woman, as a man. So look at yourself in the mirror and be like, see, that's me. I struggled with that all my life, with my weight when I was younger, family, people always telling me que yo era gorda, que es this, que that. Y a mí no me importa, because I know que yo no soy gorda porque I go to McDonald's or this or that. So, and I've been in the gym and stuff. I look after myself. I look after myself better than I've seen other people who are skinnier than me that are unfortunately in hospital every weekend, sacando sangre, I'm healthy. I can run a whole marathon for you if you wanted to. So, yeah, I struggled with that. And the person that helped me realize that was myself.
Yep.
So you need to be strong. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I got it. That's why I like your brand, your t-shirt.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, because I've suffered a lot over the years.
Yeah.
My weight, my disability were two huge things that made me very insecure. And not to put you on blast, Mum, but you know that la cosa típica Latina, especially Latin mums,
Yeah.
Se está como gordito.
Criticándote.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
made me very insecure.
Si no estás muy gordo, estás muy flaco, tienes que
Ajá.
comer más, no estás comiendo mucho. Ay, Dios mío.
Mm-hmm. That
Yeah.
made me very insecure though, growing up.
Yeah.
All my life I was insecure about that.
Yeah. Me too.
And then
Y hay que parar eso, de verdad. No es nada sano para tus hijos y familia y amigos.
but I appreciate it, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's a way where, okay, if people want to look after you and want to see the best for you, yeah, they will say, okay, tienes que rebajar, vete al gimnasio, this and that. But to be telling someone in a bad way, no, tú estás gorda, tú estás fea.
No, but you know what?
Whatever.
I appreciate that now. Porque,
Really?
Yeah. It made me very thick-skinned to comments. It helped me.
Yeah.
Like, now.
I never thought about it in that way.
Now when you get hate, you're like, okay. Like, por ejemplo, on my TikTok, I've gotten 2 comments and I absolutely love them.
In your TikTok?
Yeah. And I got 2 comments that were hate comments.
What did they say?
One said something about, they went 2 past 6 on the couch. It was me and Katie. And I was like, wow. And another one was like, who gave you... Algo como, who gave you like a reason to be on the couch and have your podcast?
Myself, me and I don't need your opinion.
And for me, I was like, you're really that sad to make a fake account and troll me.
Oh, do you think it was a fake account? Someone...
Oh, it's definitely a fake account. I don't know who it was, but it was definitely a fake account.
Do you think it might be someone you knew? Or?
It might be a child. Because I've had hate comments all my life. Before, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm going to delete this video. I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to cry or something.
That's what they want.
But older, I'm like, are you really that sad to post a comment and not come and say it to my face? Or are you really that sad to just post a comment for the sake of posting it?
Yeah.
So for that, I do appreciate my mum a lot for going, se está como gordito, se está engordando. Because it made me very thick-skinned. And I'm like, it is what it is. I don't really care what people think anymore.
I'm sure your mum is an amazing mum. Like
100%. She is one of my best friends.
Yeah.
My mum, o sea, por mucho que peleamos, por mucho que mi mamá y yo peleamos, she's one of my best friends and she's my rock. She's been there for me for everything. Igual que mi hermana, igual que mi papá, pero más mi mamá. So as much as she goes, se está gordito, or uy, se está comiendo mucho, for me, that's just love. That's just her way of going, you know what?
Yeah. I don't know. I applaud you for taking it in that aspect, you know? Of like appreciating.
Oh yeah, not always though. It hasn't always been that way. I think the issue is people don't think before they speak.
Yep.
Especialmente los Latinos.
Yeah.
They don't think before they speak.
Yeah.
So they'll just say something, but because they don't think about what they've just said, they'll be like, it's fine.
Yeah.
No consequences.
I do love my family a lot, but like as you said, there's people that don't think before they speak.
Yeah.
And that just shows that how intelligent you really are.
Yeah, I think that the other thing you've got to remember is the environment they grew up in.
Oh, yeah.
So if they've heard someone speak without thinking, they'll be like, oh, okay. This person said this, so it's okay for me to say it. And therefore, I think la gente que comenta en las fotos and the videos. So I've had, and I've said this in the podcast multiple times, I've had a lot of hate over the years when I've tried to succeed. I've had death comments. Me han dicho, mátese, me han dicho, no haga sufrir a su mamá, a sus papás. And for me at the time, era difícil because I was like,
that makes me so angry, honestly.
Yeah, like at the time, I was just trying to not survive, but salir adelante.
Yes, yeah.
But I think with time it made me a little bit stronger. Because now I don't look at those comments, but I read them and I'm like, okay. You just got a very sad life to say that. Because I used to do a lot of streaming back in the day, for a long time ago, and I used to get a lot of love, and then I quit, and then I went to YouTube, I quit again. Now I'm doing Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify.
Don't quit. Don't quit again.
No, I'm not gonna quit. This time I'm doing my podcasting, and I love it. But yeah, I think there's always gonna be a level of hate. Pero esa misma gente que like hate you now are gonna be the first ones to say,
You're like, gonna see.
We were there.
Yeah.
We were there when you started.
That's what I was telling her. Yeah, my friend. I was telling her today, like, people don't support you now. But then when you make it, son los primeros, ese era mi amigo, yo iba a la escuela con esta. Yeah, and it's like, no, it wasn't. Yeah. Bye. So, yeah, just leave them people alone.
Yeah. I'm going to make a prediction right now.
Prediction?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is going to sound so weird to anyone who's outside my family. So I had this quote-unquote friend who was a part of the family, and about, how long ago? 2018. So about 5 years ago, he left to be with his wife.
Okay.
About 2 years ago, I caught him stalking my profile on Instagram.
Oh.
I caught him because he liked one of my pictures by accident.
On Instagram?
Yeah. And I went to follow him and he completely blocked me because his account wasn't available to look at.
Caught in the action.
But I'm going to make a prediction that person is going to come back very soon when he sees that I'm successful. And be like, oh my God, I was there from the beginning. Oh my God. I just wanted you to spread your wings, as people always say. I wanted you to spread your wings without me.
I never mind, like, if you were an old friend of mine and you see my Instagram or see my TikTok or whatever, I don't mind if you look at it, you know. Each person has curiosity, you know. Like, what is this person doing now? How is she doing? Even if it ended in bad terms or something. But then for him to block you.
He blocked me completely because other people went to look for him.
He knows you already made a mistake. He probably liked and was like, oh shit, I'll do it quickly.
He did.
Oh my gosh. Just admit it. Admit, I was looking at your Instagram profile, whatever.
Yeah.
Want to know how you're doing.
Because I got other people to look for him and it was the same account, same profile.
Yeah,
it was
he just
active.
blocked you.
I was like, okay. Yeah. I'll call you pretty on my Instagram.
Put you in the act.
And I've not heard from him since.
Why did you guys like split or not become friends?
I think I don't know so much with the family, but for me it was more of a. No, I do know why it was with the family. I just don't want to speak on their behalf.
Okay.
But for me, it was more of a thing of honouring and respecting your family. So for me, he got married and left his family, which, you know, each to their own. They can do what they want. But he was always very family orientated. He was always someone that was there who was very lovely. He did have a troubled past, I'm gonna say. And I was always there for him. He was one of my best friends at the time. Pero for me, when he left his family, it broke my heart porque my two little cousins, who I'm very close to and I love dearly, they looked up to him a lot. And for him to leave them like that, not even saying goodbye, not even saying, you know, if you need me, call me, or, you know, I'm going to go be with my wife. He just disappeared. That for me angered me. So from that moment for me, it was like, actually, you're a little shit. You you say you care about your family, but you're leaving the two people that look up to you the most without saying anything. You treat your family like shit. It's not fair on them. Like,
if he can't treat his family well, imagine as a friend.
Mm-hmm. And for me, like, for me, it was more like, I don't care if you leave me. I've seen you go and come a million times. I don't really care. Pero a esos niños, well, the adults now, pero at the time, a esos niños who looked up to you and loved you, and every Saturday they would look up to. They were excited to see you and play with you and be like, hey, how are you? And have that bond with you. To all of a sudden not having that for me really pissed me off.
Yeah.
So that for me was why I was like,
Talking about children, it kind of messes with children. I work with children.
Yeah.
I'm work with beautiful children from the age of young baby, 6 months to 4 years old. And I can tell when it affects them when they're used to having you and being excited to be with you, and then you just disappear. It's like not good. It's not good. There's no words for that. It's just no. At least explain to them like me voy for like a few months or whatever.
To be fair, I've had the conversation with them, and they sort of said, we don't understand why you're pissed off. We don't understand what happened. We just remember that one day he was there, the other he was not. And for me, it sort of calms me down because they don't sort of realise the impact.
Yeah.
But to me, I can sort of see that impact. I'm like, actually.
I think when you get married, then you start having your priorities. And they say that when you get married, that's your family that you're going to make. So you have to prioritize your family that you're going to make. But it's like, really? You're going to leave the people that gave birth to you and made you in this... You know what I'm saying? I tell my partner now, like, he doesn't have much family here in the UK. So his family is basically like my family. But I need to be close to my family. If one day we find a house or something, I need to be close to my family. I need them to be able to come to my house every Saturday, every Sunday. Need help. I'm a family person.
Yeah. See, I'm the same.
Yeah.
If I'm speaking to someone, I'm like, look, the main thing I want from you is to get on with my cousins. And that's one thing I always say. You want to be with me? Get on with my cousins, please. if they like you, we're fine. If they don't, then I'm sorry. They come first to me.
For real. I'm thinking like that. The thing is, with my cousins, from my dad's side, I'm one of the youngest. Well, my little brother's the youngest. Yeah. I'm like third youngest. And when I went to Dominican Republic, because they're all there in Dominican Republic, well, now some in America, Miami, etc. I hadn't seen them since I was 2 years old. So when I went back in the summer, I imagined that for them. They were like, wow, little Maria is not little anymore. And I connected so well with my cousins from Dominican Republic because it was like, wow, I needed this. Happy going to the beach, me encanta. I love my cousins from my Dominican side. From my mum's side as well, I love them, but I'm the oldest. So I have the responsibility of looking after them. And when I see them, do you need something, you know? But I never had that older... I'm an older sibling as well. I'm the older sibling too.
Okay.
So I never had that older person to guide me like a brother, like a sister. And yeah, I even ask my dad sometimes, like, are you sure I don't have another sibling older than me? Like, it's okay, tell me, it's fine. And he's like, Maria, tú te estás volviendo loca, tú estás loca, de verdad. And I'm like, just tell me it's okay, because my dad got married before my mum. Yeah. Before having me and my siblings. He was married before, he had other relationships here in Dominican Republic. And I always tell him, are you sure I don't have another sibling? I want an older sibling. He's like, no. But yeah, I've always wanted that older sibling, older cousin that I'm really close to. Unfortunately, my cousins are far away.
Yeah.
Don't have cousins here in the UK apart from 2 little ones that live far. But yeah, that's why I have to be that older cousin, older sister for my siblings, for my cousins.
Yeah.
And I like it. But it's responsibility.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So yeah, I appreciate that you love your cousins so much.
Mm-hmm.
You can connect on that level, family-wise.
100%.
I was going to ask you a question, but I completely forgot. But do you know how before I told you how I felt like, because I connect with salsa so much, do you believe in after death you have like a next life, or you was someone before a past life?
Yeah.
What do they call it now? Life after death? Is it that? Yeah. Do you believe in that? Changing topic and subject.
It's alright. I believe there's this thing in my family where they say to me, no, they didn't say to me, what was it about? No, there's this thing in my family where my sister goes to me, you were born in the wrong, en el siglo equivocado.
In the wrong generation?
Yeah. So she should have been born when I was born, and I should have been born in like 1960s, 1970s because of the music that I like. So there's this thing where she goes, usted vio nacer en el siglo de mi papás porque con esa música que le gusta.
Like, it could be, but like, I'm not sure. I'll believe like maybe 50% of it, but it's quite like interesting to know.
Definitely. I think I don't know what to think, if I'm honest. There's too many speculations.
Yeah, for real. I like conversations like this, to be honest.
Same.
Conspiracy theories, speculations, the doll.
Oh, I'm starting a new podcast soon, so...
What, sorry?
I'm starting a new podcast soon with a friend of mine who wants to do conspiracy theories.
Oh, really?
So it'd be really good to get you back on.
Yes.
Fine.
I talk so much.
That's fine. I can go over a little bit. But yeah, I think...
You can edit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Start again.
I think people have to realise how much mental health goes into everything you do. Going back to conversation.
Yeah.
Whether it's music, whether it's podcasting, whether it's content creation. People have to realise that there's a lot that goes into it. Comments have to be thought about before being said. Without trying to hurt the other person.
You don't know what's going through someone else's life, so be careful with your words.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Definitely got to get you back on if you want to come back on.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I would love to. I can talk for days.
Definitely. We can get you on as well.
And yeah, I was telling her she's just starting making music. Portuguese music. She likes R&B mixed with Latinos, 90s music. So I've been always telling her, let's go for studio sessions, let's do songwriting. Brought her here so you can get to know her too.
Definitely.
But she also supports me too, and she came to help me because I was super nervous to come.
We can definitely get you into different events as well. I know a few people. She
hasn't released music out there, but that's something she wants to do. And we're supporting each other because both our goals.
We can definitely help with that anyway.
Yeah.
Any way I can. But yeah, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. That's all right. Got to get you back on and hopefully we'll see you back here. Yeah. For sure. Definitely. Thank you guys for watching. Show love to Maria. What's your Insta?
Maria BB Music. That's my Instagram.
I'll link it down below. Show love, comment, share, subscribe, everything. And yeah, thank you for watching.
Bye. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you so much. Right. I enjoyed it. En serio. Me gustó muchísimo.
Yeah, definitely.
Gracias.
That's all right.
It was really